Hello and welcome to the final round of the 2014 GT Planet Fantasy Series. One thing to note before we show you the driver points table, the Concept Cup Championship was clinched at the conclusion of Chicagoland by Harsk 100. So congratulations to Harsk and his number 96 Dodge on winning the first ever Concept Cup Championship. Taking a look at today's race, it's going to be a day to night race. It's going to be 121 laps around this 1.5 mile oval. Taking a look here at the starting lineup: Doodle, Raffle Waffle, Sparky Tooth, Whitetail, Samurai 8 Juice is the top 5. You'll notice here a couple of drivers in the chase still in contention. We'll show you who is still in contention deep in the field, and a couple of them very high up in the field. Now, the chase scenarios are this. The points as they are, as you see scrolling up across the screen, is Turbo Snail leads by 1 point. That's 1 position over Michelin. Yagi 1124 is 14 points out of a championship. Goofy Tyler is 27 points back. The B-Man is 33 points back. And BK Glover is in 6th place, 49 points back, the first eliminated driver. If Turbo Snail finishes above the following position, it knocks the corresponding driver out of the championship. If he finishes first, Michelin is out. Jaggy 14th, Goofy Tyler 27th or better, B-Man 33rd or better. If Turbo Snail finishes last, the chase contenders would have to finish here to win the championship. Michelin 41st or better, Yagi 28th or better, Goofy Tyler 15th or better, the B-Man 9th or better. We take a look here at the drivers on the grid. Yagi with the best qualifying position of the chasers, Turbo Snail only just barely behind him. Then it's a while back, and you'll find Goofy Tyler looking to win the championship without, he said he wanted to win the war without winning any battles. See if he could get that done today. It's a long shot, but anything can happen. Michelin even deeper in the field. The B-Man the deepest in the field. And with the most without a chance of the championship, really. Nobody really counting B-Man for a chance to win. However, it is Homestead. Anything can happen here, so never count anybody out. As long as they're mathematically eligible, they're eligible. Taking a look at everybody now from an aerial view, just to give you a better perspective of how spread out our chasers are throughout the field. And it's been a long year. Nobody had any idea who was going to win it, even when the chase started. And to see Turbo Snail up at the front is a bit of a shock when you think about how many races he's won, though, or how many good top 5s he's had. It's not as much as a shock, but still. Michelin in second. Green flag would fly. Doodle and Raffle Waffle leading us into turn 1. Raffle Waffle 1 win all year, the Daytona 400, looking to get at least 1 more. There's Harsk 100 to the left of the screen there. He is the Concept Cup champion. Lap 1 is completed. Sparky Tooth shot himself to the front. There you see the chase scenarios at the top of the screen. Eliminated if the 97 is in first, the 99 is out, 14th, 24 is out, so forth. Down through here. CSM Duty in his last race. As of now, he's not signed for next year. However, his racing might get him a ride for next season, which would be nice to see. On board with Tired Iron here in the back of the field. You notice this is last place. The 99 car in 42nd. Goofy Tyler right up there with him. So, or back there, I should say. So, I don't know if they're trying to play it conservative early on, but when it's a championship race and you're so close to winning, I wouldn't be playing it conservative at all. Because the chances are, especially in Michelin's case, if you're 1 point behind Turbo Snail and you guys have been pretty even all year, if you're racing next to him and you get in a crash, chances are he's going to crash too. So, not sure what the hanging back is, especially for Goofy Tyler, because he's so many points back. If he's going to win this thing, if he's going to win the championship, he's going to have to, really get a top 5 and hope that everybody else wrecks. The B-Man, though, having a bit of a different approach to things. He's trying to work his way through the field. Remember, he started in the back, so, you know, he's not hanging back. He started back there and is working his way up, so he definitely is doing what you should be doing in a championship race. Not to say it's wrong for the 99 and the 19 to hang back, because the racing is pretty hectic here, but it's a dangerous place to be, and especially when Turbo Snail is up in the top, you know, top 15, top 10, you just don't want to be doing that. The 55 is Sparky Tooth, however, in the best place you could possibly be, with a 2-second gap over the rest of the field. Sparky Tooth looking to win today. Remember, he had one horrifying crash at Mosport. Was okay, though. These cars very strong. On board with Turbo Snail, cracking the top 10. The only person in front of him that's a chaser is Yagi, and Yagi needs to finish 14 positions higher than Turbo Snail to win the championship. So, as of now, even if Yagi won, Turbo Snail would still be the champion at that point. On board with Goofy Tyler and Michelin, 37th and 40th when they crossed the line. Still hanging back. I don't know about that. It just seems so dangerous, because you look at the field behind you here. It doesn't look safe at all. And oh, there we go. Project What in the wall off of Jaragini, and I believe that was Michelin. I was just saying how I didn't like the looks of that. And yes, Michelin did get contact, and he has smoke coming from the car. The telltale sign of terminal damage, and his chase championship hopes are over. Just like that. And that Goofy Tyler almost involved as well. And I was just saying how hanging in the back, it was hectic. I wouldn't hang back. I would try to at least get in front of it all. And that's that. Michelin's out of the championship. I mean, at this point, the only way he'd get back is if they repaired the car and Turbo Snail DNF'd and everybody else did too. I don't know. Race off pit road, you saw a nice battle there, Johnny 1996 winning it. Yagi coming out of the pit lane a couple of positions ahead of Turbo Snail, so that's good for him. Yagi is now the only person, and especially because the 64 is deep in the field, the 19 was hanging back. Yagi right now is about the only person that can really contest for the championship at this moment. And there you see it, the 99 car, Michelin finishing 42nd, bare bone last. So he is officially out of the championship. There is no way he could win this. Even if every other driver DNF'd right now as they were, 40th, 39th, 38th, and 37th, went to the 97, the 24, the 19, and the 64 in that order, it wouldn't matter. Michelin would still only be able to grab a second place in the championship. So Michelin is officially out, and now Yagi is going to have to be doing everything he can do to try to get this championship for Team Kate Upton, because Furinkas and Autosport is not going to get it. Green flag is out. Doodle, another Team Kate Upton car. After those controversial accidents between Furinkas and Autosport and Team Kate Upton at Watkins Glen, it's interesting to see that Doodle does not let that bother him one bit, and he's going to lose the lead now to the 86 of the Cybertron, but I wouldn't let that phase him. What I would let phase him is the fact that he's 3 wide on the outside. He didn't even make the chase, though. He has nothing to lose. He's been running in the front, pushing hard. You know, he was being conservative for the chase. After he was not in the chase, he just pushed, and he's been doing really well. Wow, you see BRRT Angel flying on the inside of Bambi there in the back, but then you also, the main focus of that screen, though, was Turbo Snail. Looking at Mega Umbrian, he has led a lap or two, at least been in the lead or in the top 5, in every race since the race he won at Twin Ring Motegi. He might have even been up there beforehand, but that's only when I started keeping count once he won at Motegi. This kid has really been pushing hard. He's definitely going to be up there next season if he can confirm his ride. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Here's Turbo Snail. He's got a big gaggle of cars in front of him. He's got a big gaggle of cars behind him. He is in the worst position to possibly be in. I spoke too soon because Yagi's in the... Oh, no! The B-Man, Cod Demon, in the wall, and they hit somebody up there. But that's another chaser out. The B-Man tried to squeeze into a hole that didn't exist on the number 1 car. And they both hit the wall, but who did they hit? They slide down. No chasers here. No other chasers in contention. And Cod Demon tagged the door of CSM duty. So more bad luck there. Wow, Goofy Tyler does a nice job to avoid that. On board with Goofy Tyler. You see everybody coming down the hill. He just kind of backs off here. Now look at this. He thinks it's go time at this point. Watch him here. Passes the 71 car because they race back to the line when the caution flag is flown. He takes advantage of this. Races back to the line. Passes the 71. Passes the 7. So he picks up 2 positions. Goofy Tyler, I think he just said it's go time. I think he saw that 99 and then he saw that 64. And I think that's when he said it's time to go. But you take a look at who all pits and who doesn't. Guess who's the leader? That 97 of Turbo Snail in the lead because everybody else is pitting there. So taking a look here at your field on lap 32, the 97 car is your champion at the moment. If the race were to finish now, he would win the championship without any contest because he's first. And that theoretically is what eliminates Michelin if Michelin were to finish as best as he could. Well, Michelin's in dead last, 42 points behind at the moment. Yagi and Goofy Tyler have overtaken him at this point for the championship for 2nd and 3rd place. Green flag back out. Have to check where the 64 car is because the 64 is not out of the race, but he's definitely deep in the field with that damage. So Team Kate Upton having their fair share of issues. But Turbo Snail at the front of the field. Here's Goofy Tyler. Remember, he said it was go time. Or at least it looked like he said it was go time. He's definitely going for it. But he is in the middle of just a swamp right now. He is in the middle of the gaggle. And this is not where you want to be. Look at him move to the inside line, trying to size up a pass. Goes around a couple cars that are on the outside, trying to get around NASCAR fan. Goofy Tyler, he knows it's time to go. I think he was waiting. Maybe the reason why he was waiting was for chasers to be eliminated. I'm not sure about that, if that's what happened or not. But that's what happened, and now he's going for it. You see the field go by. Another good run going here for BRT Angel. She's not going to be able to be the first female to win a race. However, she could still be the first, whoa! Never mind what I was saying about BRT Angel. I'll get back to that. That is probably, next year we're going to have the Web Root moment of the race, which is going to be dedicated to the best save or best move. I think this would be the Web Root moment of the race because look at that. Goofy Tyler, almost 45 degrees sideways. I have not seen anybody get more sideways than that all year and save the car, let alone keep up to pace. That is a fantastic job from Goofy Tyler. Let's listen on board. Lets off the gas. It doesn't think much of it there. That is a fantastic save. That's a close call there for the Chase championship leader and winner at this point. Saw that 38. Wow. And then, oh my gosh, everybody's getting so greedy there. That's the 11 now, getting into the 88, pushing him all the way up the hill. Wow. Here's Whitetail. BRT Angel there. Turbo Snail. Yeah, I don't think Bambi wants to get in with either of those guys and girl at that point, because you got the championship leader, and then you've got Angel, who doesn't take no dirt from nobody. They do get around Turbo Snail though, who's now stuck behind Sparky Tooth. Now you see the 97 falling back. I gotta give respect to the 97 of Turbo Snail. He could just fall back to about 10th and ride there. Nah, he's pushing. He wants to win this race and win the championship. He wants to capitalize on the championship that he could easily win by riding around. He just wants to win, and he is pushing very hard. You saw Goofy Tyler saying, okay, I'm going to hang back a little bit because after the Silver Wing incident there, I don't want to crash the car. I think he realized he was pushing, and that's what you have to do, but he was pushing a little too hard, pushed the limit a little too far. However, there goes Silverwing, so maybe Silverwing didn't understand that there was a car riding his quarter panel. Maybe he realized the stability of that number 37 Toyota. He's driving into the corners as hard as he can. He wants to win a second race. Here is Whitetail to the front now. He cannot win the Concept Cup under any circumstances, but he just wants to win a race. He won at Montreal with some short pitting strategy. Can't really short pit the oval, but he's definitely running up there. See, he would lose the lead. Look through the field as we get halfway. And right now it's in the hands of Yagi, and it's in the hands of the 19, because that's all that can, Goofy Tyler and Yagi. Oh my gosh! So that's, wow. Wow, Whitetail going very, very aggressive on the championship leader. Currently, if the race were to end where it was, the winner. And, wow. Oh. Bambi has a full-time ride next season, and I think he has a real chance to win this championship for 2015. But my goodness, you can't even win the Concept Cup at that point. And that is very aggressive. Now you got Silverwing behind the 97. Makes a nice pass there. I think Turbo Snail's doing the same thing Goofy Tyler did. Said, whoa, okay, we need to slow down and calm ourselves. Now they come to the lap traffic of the Team Kate Upton car of the 64. No team orders here, I don't think. Just trying to stay high and get out of everybody's way. You see Turbo Snail gets around with minimal effort. So, good on him there. Here's Mega Umbreon in the front once again. So, he's not going down without a fight today. He's definitely wanting to win this race. He could very well win this race. It's just a matter of, how much tires and how much fuel he's taken, because that's about what it came to at Motegi. And how far he's willing to go. They come up to the lap car now with CSM Duty. I feel bad for CSM Duty. He's ran well in every race he's been in, but he's had some pretty bad luck. However, I'm thinking, let's think about this. You get all your bad luck out of the way in the championship that you can't even contend for points for anybody with, and you come really strong into the next season and do well and possibly get a championship. If, and only if, he can get a ride. Pit stops are happening. You see Samurai 8 Juice, Jaragini, Whitetail. Duststone. Raven 214. Next lap by. Brothel Waffle, Daytona 400 winner. Raven won the Sebring race. Here comes B. Howe, winless, and Goofy Tyler. Once again, I say it every week now. I'll say it again as Van Hamlin also comes in. Goofy Tyler has more second places than any other winless driver in this series. And it's not just this season, because this is the first season. It's also the series. There you see BRRT Angel moving the 97 car out of the way. Coming into the pits. There's also Yagi coming in the pits, as well as a few others. NASCAR fan, Niku driver HC Ninners, who had the lead in the championship for quite a while, but fell out after some bad luck. Not eligible for the championship. See, the camera's getting a bit laggy there. Now, here comes Johnny 1996. He led some laps today. The 6, Raven 214 again. Not sure what happened there. Maybe he got a speeding penalty. Swift Smith in the pit lane. BK Glover. BK Glover was 6th coming into the championship. However, with Michelin dropping out, he's going to gain some points, I think. Possibly. If not, definitely on the 64 car. Sparky Tooth in the pit lane. You got the gist. Everybody else cycles through. Now you look at your leader, Mega Umbrian. Followed by Silver Wing, Earth. Where have we seen him? We've not seen him all day, but Earth is up there now. 96 of your Concept Cup Championship winner, Harsk. And then Ryu up in 5th place, having strong runs at the end of the season. Whoa, my goodness, that is the 19 of Goofy Tyler. Now, here's the thing. That's the pass for the lead. He's a lap down, so he's passing the leaders at this point, keeping his chase hopes alive. He gets on the lead lap, coming to the caution flag. So Goofy Tyler gets himself back on the lead lap as the caution comes out. Here's what it's for. Not sure what happened there, but one of the chase drivers, AJHG, whose chase just went to absolute, it was a mess ever since it started. But just more bad luck there. But here's the weird thing that happened. Now, this is out of my control. This is out of the track file control. What should have happened here is when we went to take the one to go, you see the 97 also a lap down. When we came to take the one to go, you see several drivers do line up on that inside line, but you'll notice a lot of them don't. Your leader right now, you see everybody here a minute and a half behind. For whatever reason, it put a lot of the lapped cars in front of Silverwing on the inside and outside line. Now, I'm not too sure what happened there, but that definitely is an interesting turn of events, because now everybody on the lead lap is looking at a field of lapped cars. However, the good news, you could say, is this doesn't affect the Chase Championship a whole lot, because everybody who's in Chase contention is a lap down. However, well, technically they're not a lap down. They're 1 minute and 30 seconds ahead of the leader. So, do with that as you will. Here's Yagi. He's now behind the leader. So he is officially scored as 1 lap down. Here's Goofy. Oh my gosh, Goofy Tyler. Whoo, boy. And that's Durr winning. Checker runs in deep. Remember, he ran in deep on somebody earlier, about wrecked them. Gets into Durr winning, gets into Gran Turismo 916, and then there's Goofy Tyler sweeping by on the inside. Goofy Tyler would eventually be passed, but a great save from all 3 of those cars, and a great move from Goofy Tyler to keep his foot in the throttle. So now everybody who's in the chase that is not the number 97 car is either out of the race or laps down. So the 97 is the only car on the lead lap that is in chase contention. So, that's great news. And oh no, Silverwing and NASCAR fan in the wall. Mega Umbrian. Oh no, that's the 24. Oh my goodness. The 24 of Yagi 1124 involved in that crash. Goofy Tyler makes a heck of a job to get through there. Now the question is, that was the leader, but who is in second place? Because I'm not sure who was second place, but I believe Goofy Tyler, it might have been Earth. But Goofy Tyler almost got back on the lead lap. Oh my gosh, they just don't stop hitting Silverwing. Oh man. Mega Umbrian, oh man. GT Racer 98 involved. Just a huge crash there. And there you see, yeah, Earth was the leader, and on top of that, Raffle Waffle was the first car lap down anyways. So if Goofy Tyler was going to get back onto the lead lap, he was going to have to pass 2 cars to get there. So that's not going to happen. But now you see the chase hopes for Yagi are now also very, very slim. What's going to happen at this point is the 97 is going to have to crash. and finished 14 spots behind the 24. And the 24 is going to have to finish at least 13 spots ahead of the 19 car. So he's going to have to finish almost exactly mid-pack and hope that everybody else comes into issues. So Yagi's Chase Championship hopes still alive, but extremely slim at this point, but not quite as slim as the 64 cars, who at this point his Chase Championship hopes are eliminated because I don't even think there's 33 cars running. Green flag back out now. You got Earth there. Then you've got Raffle Waffle, Bane Hamlin, and then Goofy Tyler. So Goofy Tyler has a chance to get back on the lead lap. However, time is running out. See, only about 20 laps, less than 20 laps to go. However, the 97 car running in 8th place. And there's not a lot of drama behind him. There's a lot of trouble in front of him, but nothing behind him. So he could ride around at this point. If I were him, I wouldn't really chance going for the win because you've got all this lap traffic in front of you. However, if that's what you're going to do, go for it, buddy. Earth, winless. ABP, winless. Decybertron, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's winless as well. So the top 3 are winless, and 2 of the top 3, the first 2 of the top 3 at that point, have completely been unheard of at the top of the field. So we could see a first-time winner as well as a Champion be crowned today. Coming to 10 laps to go, Turbo Snail working his way through the lap traffic. Everything's pretty calm right here. I mean, he's got a couple of cars, but then, oh wow, he's got a couple of cars, but other than that, it's pretty much daylight for him. The Chase Championship hopes for Team Kate Upton, they're pretty well done. Yeah, at this point, there's not much that can happen. Unless Turbo Snail crashes out, there's not much that can happen for any of these drivers. And they're, oh my gosh! Wow! Oh no! Oh wow! Oh! That's Whitetail! That's your Concept Championship winner, Harsk 100. That's Bane Hamlin 1121. All of them in the wall. Bane Hamlin riding the safer barrier. He is okay, which is great news, but look at Turbo Snail there. Fate would have it, he is not going to be involved in that. Checker, Whitetail, however, different story. Not even sure what happened there, but then the 96 just drove in there. And that's pretty much going to do it. Wow, that's on board with Turbo Snail. That switched on board with Whitetail. So here's your running order. The 28 of Earth, the 18 of ABP, the 86 of Decybertron, then Rally Morton, whose chase hopes have just dwindled away dramatically after the chase started. The 35 of Jaragini, who's just, I don't know, he's been mid-pack all year. And that's your top 5. Now, the 97 is in 8th place, the only car on the lead lap. You take a look at this here. If we have another caution flag at this point, we're going to end under caution. So the only thing that could really happen here is Goofy Tyler either gets to the lead and Turbo Snail botches the engine on the last lap, because Turbo Snail's Turbo Snail and Goofy Tyler are all the only people left at this point with lap 119 of 121 that can actually be in a championship contention. Everybody else is more than 3 laps down. Now here's Earth and ABP battling for the lead. Now what happens here is Goofy Tyler is on the lead lap, or not on the lead lap. So at this point, this is where Turbo Snail would have to crash. If he would have an issue, this is where he's going to have it. Because if Turbo Snail loses the engine on the last lap or crashes or whatever, he might not even be passed by Goofy Tyler. So coming to the white flag, Goofy Tyler doing all he can. He's second place in line. I believe he's about 20th place overall. I could be wrong on that. He is second in the championship, which the irony would be unreal if he finishes second in this championship. I'll have to do some double checking there. But here we go. Checkered flag in the air for Earth. He wins his first race. And Turbo Snail finishes 5th. Way more than where he needed to finish. he is your 2014 GT Planet Fantasy Series champion, and that is great. Great drive by both the 19 and the 97 and everybody else. Here you see the pit crew for Turbo Snail running down the pit lane. They know they've won. And then you see, oh boy, the Team Kate Upton cars driving into the pit lane together. Their championship hopes ended. On board with Turbo Snail as he gets to see that all-important checkered flag. He wins the championship. And in what a fantastic fashion. They are officially calculating the points. However, that's just for 2nd through 5th. Because at this point, the championship, we know it's over. Turbo Snail has won the championship. And Hearst 100 has won the Concept Cup before we even got here. And a great drive all year for that 97 car. And how about Earth, man? That is a great run from Earth. And those guys did a great job getting that 28 car into victory lane today. Now you see Earth, then to Cybertron, then Jaragini, ABP, Turbo Snail, your champion. Sparky Tooth, BRRT Angel with a great run, finishing in 7th. Doodle, Carbonox, Raleigh Morton, AJHG, Goofy Tyler comes home 12th place. So he is the first car lap down, so you can't say he didn't try. Yagi, 31st, so 12th. And then 31st, and then I'm going to have to calculate the differences between Goofy Tyler and Yagi, but I do believe Goofy Tyler has clinched that 2nd place because Michelin and Project What, excuse me, not Project What, the B-Man 32nd was already 5th in the championship. He didn't pass anybody, so I believe BK Glover might have actually passed the B-Man in the points. Maybe... I know for sure that 3rd place passed Michelin because, you know, Michelin just finishing last. That's the biggest heartbreak for him, I think, ever in a long time. So here they go, Earth and Turbo Snail, a little bit of side drafting there to celebrate. Now Turbo Snail doing donuts on the back straightaway here at Homestead. It's very late into the night, about 10-11 p.m. in Florida here, Miami Beach, Florida. But nobody cares. Not one fan has left their seat. There you see Turbo Snail doing donuts on the back straightaway. And while he's doing that, you're gonna see Earth driving down the pit lane because he went into the infield and started doing burnouts in there at the same time as the 97 doing burnouts on the backstretch. Turbo Snail brings it to the front straightaway now. Look at that. That's awesome. Earth going down the spectator group, congratulating his win with the fans. Hand out the windshield, high-fiving all the fans. Here's Turbo Snail. He'd eventually make his way to the front stretch. He's not done doing burnouts yet. I don't think there's any reason to be done doing burnouts. A great race for Turbo Snail. A great championship. He did everything he needed to do in this race to clinch that championship. And boy, did he. Checkered flag for Turbo Snail for the 2014 season. He is your 2014 champion here in the GT Planet Fantasy Series. Turbo Snail, gotta give him props. Heck of a run. You know, same could be said for Michelin and everybody else who made this chase. Even people who didn't make the chase. They all drove their guts out to get into the chase, even if they didn't. And just a fantastic season altogether. It was a long season, but it was a fantastic season. So taking a look at the unofficial points table now, we're going to see, obviously, the 97 car is the champion. And with him being the champion, there's always going to be the second place. Runner-up, go figure, Goofy Tyler finished with more second places than any other winless driver all year. And ends up finishing second in the championship. But he did gain 2 points there. You see, he passed Michelin and Yagi. Michelin dropping from 2nd to 3rd. Yagi dropping from 3rd to 4th. And the B-Man sitting in 5th place. Now, I know that the top 3 are definitely, probably the top 4, definitely for sure. But gonna have to check and see if any of the 6th place drivers or 7th, 8th, so forth ended up passing anybody. Because that's a possibility. But regardless, a great championship battle, a great season, and it definitely was one that I would say was a humble success, despite the issues. All the drivers and everybody involved stuck through it, though, which is very nice to see. And with that said, we thank you, whether you've watched all 30 rounds, including the exhibition matches, making it about, so I'd say about 35, 36 rounds, or you've just watched this one out of curiosity. Regardless of how much you've watched, thank you so much for watching any of it. We will see you in a little while for Daytona testing, as well as what will probably be uploaded on my main channel instead of the Racing Community Evolved channel, the post-season interviews and review and whatnot. So stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss that. All coming to you here at Race TV, the Raceheads YouTube, or at NASCAR Dude 1400, my personal channel. Thank you once again, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you there at Daytona.